Well, from when I met the clients on site, the discussions were focused around creating very much a relaxed family holiday home, one that reacted to the context of being at a beautiful beach environment, but also recognising it was going to change dramatically once other houses were built on the sections nearby. We had to make sure that what we created here wasn't going to be something that didn't work when another house was possibly looking in from another angle that we couldn't perceive right now. So the focus really was around creating a private courtyard in the middle of the house that absorbed all the sun, faced north, and allowed sneak views through to where there would be beach access and beach views. However, in the long run, the bulk views that are apparent now won't be there. So we had to be very careful about window placement, orientation for sunshine, etc. Omaha is a challenging location in that it's got the beauty of the beach. On a sunny day it's quite stunning, however quite often there's a lot of wind to deal with, and that wind can come from either the shore side to the northeast or from the southwest, and from either direction it's something that's quite hard to deal with. We felt from the start that the clients were looking for something that had a relaxed nature that effectively reacted to being around a beach, being around wind. And wind and sand are effectively causing erosion, and so we used erosion as a method of dealing with the shape of the building and the ruggedness of the concrete as an example of standing up to that erosive character of the location. The cedar boxes which wrap around the courtyard and the upper floor have been softened off by the big round edges to speak of how wind and rain and sand react with buildings, or how buildings react with that climate and that grittiness that happens when things aren't beautiful. In a beach house environment, life revolves around the kitchen. It's integral to how people spend their day, and we wanted to make sure the kitchen was fully connected to the living spaces. It's very much open plan. It's a relaxed planning footprint, and in the great Kiwi tradition of late, everything has a flow to the outside where there is privacy and sunshine available. The kitchen itself opens in all directions. The key was to make sure it didn't feel locked away in an old school manner, that people could come and go, grab drinks, get a bite and be off again. It's a touch point within the house really, and that's expressed by the fact that the moment you come through the front door, it's pretty much the first thing you see. It speaks strongly about its as an activity centre, and we also wanted to make sure that the textural qualities of the kitchen related to the formal character of the building, the exterior concrete patterning being replicated on the bench walls, as you can see in the breakfast bar area. Well, we knew that the materials of concrete and cedar were going to be the basis of the exterior materiality, and the idea that the cedar represented driftwood to some degree, the concrete took on the raw, rugged character of an environment. We wanted to amplify that rawness and that organic character. We created these precast panels by considering what would vegetation look like up against a wall, what shadow cast would it create, what sort of patterns you get when there's a few leaves around, leaving their mark, but then creating more of a modern edge to it, so that we didn't get all fluffy. It's not a fluffy house. It's still got a rigidity and a firmness about it, and we felt this concrete patterning was part of a strong expression of that. Well, the interior space in the bedroom area was all about how families want to interact when they're on holidays. It's about getting together and almost camping, and so to bring the exterior materials in the way you experience nature in a tent, and also to get the vertical connection between spaces, so that whoever's upstairs has got a great deal of awareness of who's downstairs. Once again, in a camping environment, there's not really a place to get away. And that was part of the desire to bring people together, to make sure that they had character spaces, materials that added to the joy of moving and being in TV rooms, going to bedrooms, walking from a study to the TV. By having the advantage of coming upstairs, we were able to ensure views were captured in the long term. Obviously it's a beautiful spot. This site's one back from the beach, and it will always have houses between it and the majority of the view, but the angles we could capture through the gaps between sites, future sites and existing, was really important. There's plenty of enjoyment of the outside, even if you are tucked away more in a nurtured internal space where you might want to be away from some bad weather but not in the dark. One of the great satisfactions from this project is popping by, because I do get to come to this area quite often, and seeing the clients here relaxing and enjoying themselves. The whole family really does just have a great time. The kids are running in and outside, back from the beach. The parents just chill out, and they lead a very busy life in the city, so it's so satisfying to see them in their beach gear, just getting everything back from this property that they hope for. It's more than architecture, it's about maximising the lifestyle, and I really think we cracked it here.